Welcome to this 15-minute practice for letting go. Today we're going to focus on deep yin stretches to open up the joints and the tissue in the body. We'll begin in child's pose. Just taking your hips to your heels, your arms long on the mat, and your forehead down to the mat. We'll take 5 big, beautiful breaths here. Just trying to soften down with every breath, allowing yourself to sink into the mat. One more breath. And on your next inhale, gripping your hands into the mat and bringing yourself up to table. What we're going to do is just take a couple of cats and cows, so making sure our knees are under our hips and our hands are under our shoulders. Take a nice deep inhale, drop the belly, shine the chest through the shoulders, lift the chin, and then exhale to cat. Raising the back body up, tucking the chin, coming back through cow, back through cat. One more cow, and one more cat. And come back to neutral table. We're going to take our left foot out to the side and just take your right foot and turn it towards the edge of your mat so it's on a 45-degree angle. And we're going to come into like a side plank, but nice and supported here. So inhale, take your left hand up into the air. Really feel that stretch. So there's a few things that you can do here. You can bring this arm up over your ear and really feel that opening from the hips all the way up to the fingertips. Or you can leave it high up into the air, feeling that lengthening through the shoulder. Or you can turn your hand away and bring yourself into a half bind. We're just going to stay wherever you've landed for a couple of minutes. So get really comfortable. Make sure that your hand is underneath your shoulder so you're not straining your shoulder. And your gaze can be straight ahead, down at the mat, or up at the ceiling, depending on how comfortable you are in your neck. And then just breathe here. Thinking about taking that top shoulder back. Allow the muscles to soften. Allow your glutes to soften. Keep drawing that left shoulder back. Slow, steady breaths. Just one more minute here. Just a few more breaths. We'll gently, not quite come out of the pose, but let's release that arm if it's over your head or behind you. Just bringing it back up towards the sky. Really make sure that you can anchor down through that right leg. Plant through your hand. We're going to bring our left foot up and parallel to the floor. Just for a moment here, press through the heel. We feel that long stretch. We're going to take our left hand and find our foot behind us and really get a big stretch in the front body. Really shine your heart forward. Draw that foot, press it into your hand. Feel that big opening in your quad muscle and in your hip flexor. We're going to stay here for a couple of minutes. Roll that shoulder back. Soften into the pose. I know that might seem difficult, but if you let go of the muscles and just really focus on supporting yourself and continuing to kick that hand and foot towards each other, you can really find a delicious stretch here. You might be feeling that in your neck, in your hip. Just one more minute. Continue to breathe, nice long steady breaths. We'll start to come out of the pose slowly and gently by releasing the foot, bringing that leg back to straight, that arm straight overhead, and then release your hand back down to the mat, and then bring yourself back to table, and then just settle back into child's pose for just a moment. Let's take 3 breaths here. Or maybe you want to do some hip circles to release that hip. Take what you need. On your next inhale, coming back up to table, I'm just going to turn in the opposite direction here. You can stay where you are. And we'll take a couple of cats and cows again. So inhaling, we'll drop the belly, lift the chin and the hips. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale the cow. Exhale the cat. One more time through cow. One more time through cat. Back to neutral. We'll turn that left leg out to the side, take that right foot out like a kickstand. Really make sure that right hand is under the shoulder. Get your balance here, and then inhale that right arm up into the air. Again, options to bring it up over your head. Feel that big stretch in the side body. Keep it straight up, or turn your palm away and bring it down behind you into a half bind. Roll that right shoulder back if your hand's behind you. If it's straight up in the air, really reach for the ceiling coming out of the mat. And if it's over your head, reach for the wall in front of you, really creating that length in your spine. Let's take nice steady breaths. We're going to stay here for a few minutes. Go of your muscles. Let them soften. Let the connective tissue really stretch out here. This is the purpose of yin, is to get that deep opening, not in the muscles, but in the tissues. Pulling that shoulder back. Keep reaching for the ceiling or the wall. One more minute. Just roll it back just a little more. Just get a few last moments of that big front body opening, that big side body stretch. And then we're going to bring that arm, if it's not already there, back up to the ceiling. Really anchor down through your left hand and your left foot. Bring that right leg up and parallel to the ground. Press the heel away, find that length in the body. And then when you're ready, bring that right foot behind you, kicking your hand and your heel towards each other. Really roll that right shoulder back. Adjust the left leg as you need to for balance. And then draw back on your foot, kicking it into your hand to really get that front body opening. Opening the intercostal muscles in your ribs, your hip flexor, your quads. You might even be feeling this in your neck. And just stay here for a couple minutes. Forget to soften. So we keep that shoulder coming back and that leg, that foot kicking into our hand to open the leg, but at the same time releasing the muscles. So we're getting the benefit of the stretch without engaging the muscles. A few more breaths. Let's gently start to release, letting the hand and the foot come away from each other. Bring that hand back up to the ceiling, press that heel away, and then allow that right hand to come down to the mat and come down to table. Take any movement that you need, or come down to child's pose. Just feel the softness. Notice if there's a difference in how you feel in your hips and your shoulders. And then just walk your hands to your knees and we'll come down onto our backs. Keeping the feet on the floor and the knees bent. Just hugging your knees up into your chest. And then just allowing your arms to drift open to the sides and your knees to fall over to the left-hand side. A little supine twist here, adjusting your head as you need to. You can always use your hand to help bring your knees down towards the ground and take your gaze over your right hand. Find that softness in your legs. Don't hold on to them. Allow them to relax. Bring that right shoulder down towards your mat, keeping the left shoulder anchored on the mat. Couple more breaths here. Your next inhale, bring your head back to center. Bring your knees back up towards your chest. Hug them in. Drawing that tailbone down towards the ground. And then taking your arms wide again, allow your knees to drop to the opposite side. It might feel different on this side. Adjust your head so that it's comfortable. Keep your shoulders down. Again, you can use your hand to steady your knees if they feel like they want to pop up or you want a deeper stretch. And then turn your gaze to the opposite hand. Just staying here with your breath, softening your muscles. Relax into the pose, let go of your glutes, let go of your thigh muscles. And inhaling your head back to center, your knees back to center. Drawing your knees in towards your chest. Just giving yourself one last big hug here. And then I'll invite you to bring your feet down to the mat, take your legs long, your arms open at your sides, and just settle into Shavasana. Just finding softness in your muscles and just feeling the energy in your body, feeling your connective tissue. You can just stay here in Shavasana for as long as you'd like. And as you settle, bring my hands to my heart center. Thank you for being here. May you live your life to your fullest, follow your heart, and thrive in all you do. Namaste.